free-to-play arena team. That's the topic today. We're going to look at an arena team that is built like this. Let's put it up here on the screen. All right, you got a Kale, you got an Aethel, an Anointed, and a High Katoon. That's the team that we're going to be rocking with today. I'm going to show you how you could potentially make this work for you. Hey, what's up everybody? It's B-Hub here. I'm ready to bring you this next video. I hope that you're ready to watch it. So I want to take a second and talk to the free-to-play player who's watching this. The hard thing about being a free-to-play player is getting new heroes. You're not going to whale out, spend $1 million, and go try and get all the legendaries. Obviously, you're taking this day by day. That's why the team comp is the way that it is. You got 3 rares and you got 1 epic that the game gives you for free. And that's what we're taking advantage of. However, I want you to know before you watch this video, the gear that I have on these characters is pretty good gear. But that's alright, because gear is something that's in your control more so than these heroes are. You can grind out that gear. Yes, it's going to take you a pretty decent amount of time, but that's okay. As you progress in the game, you can upgrade the gear and you can upgrade these heroes, and they can help carry you through to the higher tiers of arena so that you can get those medals and upgrade your great haul. But I wanted you to know that going in. I'm going to show you the gear that's on these heroes, and then I'm going to show you in action what these heroes can do in Gold 4. I'll take you through. We're going to watch some gameplay. But first, what do these heroes actually do? Let's check it out. Alright, so you might have already guessed what this composition actually does. It's going to go first, it's going to have Kale and then Aethel nuke the opposing team down. That's really the plan when it comes to this team. So, your High Katoon, you want it up first to bat. And you're going to have a high speed here. Mine's 278, that's really fast. And that's what your goal is. You want to go first, and then you want to boost the turn meter of everybody else. Now, a trick on your gear when it comes to these characters who are boosting your turn meter and giving you a speed aura, really you can focus just on their speed stat. You really just want them to go first. Now, for High Katoon, if you have the gear and you want to try and focus on some other stats, your accuracy is going to be pretty good because you can start getting this shamanic lightning to go off and has an opportunity to decrease that turn meter a little bit. So that can be pretty helpful in some situations. And then I think her attack stat is what you want after that. But really, focus on that speed. Now up next, the second fastest person on this team is Anointed. Anointed's got a 219 speed. That's pretty fast. And Anointed is on the team to help give us an edge. Not only does Anointed also boost the turn meter of all my other allies, making sure that Kale and Aethel will go next, but it also gives them a 30% increased crit rate. This means that that's 30% chance of crit that we don't have to worry about. How we're going to use that to our advantage is Aethel and Kale both have a 15% extra chance of inflicting a critical hit on their big nuking abilities. This means if you combine this 15% with the base 15% stat and the 30% from Anointed, it means that you only need 40% crit rate on your substats to be able to hit the critical hit 100% of the time. That means you can focus the rest of your stuff in attack percentage and in crit damage. That's what's going to help you nuke really, really hard. And that's how you're going to build your Kale and your Aethel. You want 40% crit rate and you want a gajillion crit damage while also trying to get as much attack percentage as you can. And that's the build, that's their gear, as simple as that. Now you'll notice that for some of these people like Aethel, that none of these pieces match except for the speed gear. And that's because they all have these crit damage rolls. Some attack percentage on that. We got a helm with crit damage. We have a chest with a lot of crit damage and attack percentage. We have boots with speed and a lot of crit damage and some crit rate. As like I told you, this gear is pretty good, but you don't have to have specific sets. You just really need the right pieces of gear. Alright, now let's talk about these masteries going into this kind of build. So when it comes to the masteries, I have some pretty good news for you. None of these heroes that you're going to see in the gameplay coming up have the correct masteries for this kind of build. They are not geared toward arena when it comes to their masteries. And that's the heroes that actually have masteries on them. Because my High Katoon has 0 masteries on her, and my Anointed has like 5 on him. Now my Kale and my Aethel, they both have masteries all the way down, but they are built how I had them for Clan Boss. So what this means is that, I mean, there's a lot of room for you to actually improve this team even more if you wanted to. Now I will say this, the most important ones are going to be Kale and Aethel, so you can run them even with the masteries that, you know, for something else like Clan Boss. If you want to run them to nuke the opponent, then I would recommend you run something like this. These are going to be the masteries that you're going to want to get on Kale and on Aethel. This is going to help you nuke the team down to the, you know, to the best of your ability. This is the kind of comp that you want for the masteries. So there you have it. You don't have, and that's good news for you. That means there's a lot of room for improvement. This build can do a lot more damage and do even more things than I have it doing right now that you're going to see in this gameplay. Alright, so for a character like Haikatoon, what kind of masteries could you use? I'm going to give you something that I'm going to go ahead and say I haven't tried, but if I had to guess, this is how I would build this character if I had her booked. If I wasn't going to just go ahead and build her for something like Clan Boss and just keep her masteries like it is for what other area of the game that I was in. But if I was going to book her only for Arena, hear me, only for Arena, I would actually book her something like this right here. I would want, obviously, your support tree, because your Lore of Steel is going to help give you more speed stats. Evil Eye is going to help you decrease turn meter more. Both of these are going to give you increase in turn meter. This will give you more speed, and Timely Intervention will give you another increase in your turn meter whenever allies drop below 25% health, I believe. And over here, just your basic defensive stuff. Cycle is going to help boost your turn meter as well, and this is going to help you counterattack, and that's going to be just good as well. So that's a lot of turn meter increase, helping you go a lot faster. Now the reason that I'm not over here in the offensive tree, if I'm going purely Arena, is because this character's job is to go first, and she just doesn't deal a ton of damage. She's not here to do it a lot, and that's why a lot of this other stuff, like you're gonna have a hard time even triggering like Cycle. I mean, your bottom masteries over here, like they're gonna do a little bit of damage, but not a ton. So I think going faster and going more frequently would be more beneficial for Haikatoon, and that's how I would build her if I was gonna do only for Arena. If not, just build her like you would for Clan Boss or for a dungeon, and just keep it like that. Now for Anointed. For Anointed, I would run this right here if I was going to run him only for Arena. Like I said, again, you want Lord because you want that speed boost. Spirit Haste gives you more boost. Evil Eye decreases turn meter, increased turn meter right here. You're going to have, obviously, you want increased turn meter with Cycle, Retribution to help give you more opportunities to freeze, and then Fearsome Presence to make your freeze percentage go all the way up to a 30% freeze percentage. So that's really good, and that's how I would build Anointed. And again, he's not there to do damage, so I would just avoid that tree altogether if it was me. Now the cool thing is with heroes like this is now my Anointed, my Aethel, and my Kale, their skills are all fully booked because, or almost all fully booked apparently, because they are rare heroes. Those tomes are easier to get. My Haikatoon has absolutely 0 books in her, and so you can definitely improve Haikatoon like a ton. So now that you've seen my heroes, you know what they have, you know what they don't have, you know what you can improve. Let's actually check out some of this gameplay. Alright, so let's see what kind of wins that we can get with this team. We're going to try out here. We got 250s that we're going to try and prey on. Like I said, you're going to have to pick your teams that you fight against. Now what is going to make this fight hard is there are 2 red heroes and we are running blue heroes for our damage. So we might miss on that, but we'll just have to wait and see what we got. So speed boost will give us another turn meter boost, and the increased crit. The extra attack for Aethel will drop the hammer. There we go. We got part of him down, and there we go. There we go. We got a win. Hey, I'll take it. That's good. All right, so there you go. Gold 4 win. So scrolling down, I want to see if we could beat this guy right here. I think we could beat this comp. The Rising is going to pose us some trouble, obviously, given that it's an amazing force hero, has great defensive stats, and we're going to be weak against it. But I think we can potentially come out here with the win. Gonna run through. Let's get our attack up, and let's go to town. See if we can't nuke. Yep, okay, that felt good. Can we beat this guy? Yes, we did it. Ha! Take that, Force Affinity, amazing legendary hero. We got a win. There we go. I don't trust this fight at all. 1 red legendary hero, but it's also Scartorsus, who's a monster. And I don't, just looking at his lineup over here, I don't trust this at all, man. We're going to get wrecked in this fight. I can just tell. I feel like he's going to be the star of the show. Obviously, that seems to be what he's there for. If we can just nuke him, we might get lucky. But yeah, that's not going to happen. We can't drop the rest of this other team, though. We should be able to get them down. But this guy, he's going to put in some work. Let's try and steal his buffs. That's what we want to do. Drop this. Go ahead. Get rid of Apothecary. Come on. No. We need to get him down. Now the good news is it looks like we are significantly faster, so we're going to try and freeze him. The rebirth is really good. It's just solid ability, obviously. We might actually be able to win this fight just because of how slow Scartorsus is. We are going... Let's try and freeze him again. Nope, we did get those good crits in. So we just need to drop this Apothecary. That's going to really help us. So we get a lot of speed boosts in this fight. That's good. Man, we have got to do something about it. I can't believe that he looks like he's about to go down before Apothecary is. We froze him, so that's awesome. I don't like splitting this damage, though, but this will help. Alright. Yeah, now we got back to our nukes, so we should be able to just drop this team. Wow. Alright, there we go. Nailed it. Take that. It looks like all of these comps are going to be kind of hard for us to beat. We got two really, really good Force Affinity heroes on the opposing side here, and two really just good other heroes. So we'll see if we can get the nuke off on them. Now, this, even if it does work in this fight, it's not going to work every time, obviously, because you're going to get some of those hits that are going to be weak hits in there when you're going up against these two. So you want to kind of just be aware of that. Oh man, I was really hoping we could take it down right there. Alright, good job, Aethel. Good counterattack. That's really good. Let's try and steal it, though. Yeah, we stole the counterattack, so that's good. We're not going to attack that Tyrell, obviously, since he does have the counterattack. So we're going to go over here, and we're just going to kind of, you know, hammer away at this guy. Good job, Aethel got another counterattack off, so that's really good. We're just going to try and let all that fade. And we actually came a lot closer in this fight than I thought. We might still win it. So we can take down the Skull Crusher, I think. Let's see. How do I want to play this? You're going to go first. Probably going to hit. So we'll go ahead and we'll rally anyways. Alright, so that's gone now. This should be able to kill him. Let's move over here. Do we want this? Do we want this? Do we want this? Let's go and try and freeze. Man, if we can get lucky and get those freezes off, then it's pretty good. In this fight, we should win, actually. We have two heroes up, but one of them is a good affinity against Tyrell, so that's going to help us out a lot. We got two very fast heroes. So let's see if we can't get them down. Yep, looks like we win this fight, though. That's good. That's tough. That was a hard fight. That one we got lucky. I'm not going to lie to you. That will not happen every time. So let's see if we can beat the same kind of comp, but just a little bit different. They're going to be running the Apothecary instead. We still are fighting these two. But let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get this win. I hope you guys see this, though. I mean, it's possible to get these wins. I don't think that you would excel like crazy if you were in... Wow, alright, yeah, we're going to get another win against this kind of team, which is awesome. The Stonewall's fine, because we're just going to steal those buffs. Man, he's so good at that. I mean, definitely, he's awesome at that. Alright, there we go. Another win against two Force Affinity heroes with this team, so, I mean, I'll take it. That's cool, man, there we go. We're just kind of going down, and see. We'll go one more, and we'll see if we can beat this team. Again, two Force Affinity heroes, and one of them is Xavier. And one of them is Sinesha. So this is going to be difficult because one's a nuker and one of them is going to help keep the other team alive. So that's not good for us. This is a pretty bad fight. But that's why I just want to show you this. I mean, like you're going to have to pick and choose your battles. Not every win and every fight is going to be a win by any means. You're going to have to work really hard at it. But there you go. Hey, sweet. So ideally, here's what I think honestly about this composition. I think that you're not going to be able to you know, just run down the list. You're going to have to pick and choose your battles, like I said. But I think ideally this is probably going to be like a gold 3 kind of comp. Now the good news is what you should do is obviously improve it as you get, you know, better heroes over time. You're not always going to be stuck with Kale and Aethel and, you know, Haikatoon, all that kind of stuff. You'll have better heroes as you progress in the game. But this is a viable, you know, team kind of composition for you to look into. And like I said, I think this will take you to gold 3. You can definitely get to like gold 2 running this kind of composition. It's just a way, hopefully, for some of the people out there who are trying to wonder, like, how can I progress in Arena even if I don't have these legendary heroes? Well, it is possible. It just, I mean, it's going to take time. If you're a free-to-play player, you're not dropping money on this game. That's awesome, and I commend you for that. But you are going to have to think outside the box, and you are going to have to just get in your mind, like, I'm just going to have to grind. I'm going to have to put in my daily time, and I'll get there eventually, because you do, and you can. So I hope this video helped. If you got something from it, man, hit like and hit subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much. If you're feeling super generous, you can donate down below, all that cool stuff. If you want to see the gear that I use for this video, then you can check the Amazon affiliate link, all that cool stuff. But until next time, peace out. Let me know what you think in the comments below.